boys and girls. I hope you're having a wonderful day today, and I hope that you're all well. We're going to start our morning with our good morning song. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Good morning, how are you? How are you? Very well, I thank you. Very well, I thank you. How about you? How about you? Buenos días, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias, muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? ¿Y usted? Nice job. All right, let's go into our Days of the Week song. Ready? Here we go. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Awesome job, everybody. All right, can you tell me what day it is today? Yesterday was Wednesday, so today is Thursday. And can you tell me what sound you hear at the beginning of the word Thursday? We have two letters making one sound. That's right, we have TH to make th. So stick your tongue between your teeth and blow the air right on through. Ready? For Thursday. Good job. And the month is still April. Remember, at the beginning of April, we have an A saying its own name, so it's April. The day, today is the 16th, and the year, are you ready for the year chant? All right, let's do it together. Ready? The year is 2020. The year is 2020. Nice job. Okay. Today's our last day of talking about what is a reflection. And go ahead and say out loud for me what you have figured out about what a reflection is. Did you get to go and look into a mirror and see what your reflection did? Did it look back at you? Did you see yourself? Were you able to go through your house and look for other smooth, shiny surfaces to see if you could find your reflection? If so, what did you find that was smooth and shiny? I found out that my coffee table, it's made of wood, but it's really smooth and shiny on top when it's clean. And I can see a little bit of my own reflection in it. Isn't that pretty cool? All right, we are going to go over our yellow cards first, our concept words, and see if we can remember what each word is, all right? So, first word, the word I was just talking about, smooth. Do you remember what that is? It's something that is even without any wrinkles or bumps at all. Smooth. All right, what about, do you remember what something is that is not shiny or polished? Like these pennies over here. That word is dull. Say dull. Good job. What about the ones that are polished and bright? That word is shiny. Say shiny with me. Good job. Okay, this word is what we've been talking about all week. It's when you look into something and see yourself back. It's what happens when you, it's what you see when you look into a mirror. It's your reflection. Say reflection with me. Nice job. And what is the thing you can look into to see your reflection? Do you remember what this word is? It's something we used to see ourselves. It's a mirror. All right, last yellow card. What is a window made of? This is what keeps the weather out, but lets us see through the window. It's glass. That word is glass. All right. My story card here. We are going to go ahead and read our story again today. Raccoon on his own. Then we're going to go through our pink cards, our amazing words. But while we're reading it, I want to see if you can remember what our words are. What are some of our amazing words, okay? So, it's called Raccoon on His Own. Do you remember what it's called? If it tells us the name of the story, what's that called? That's the title. Very good. And it's by Jim Arnowski. That's the person who wrote the words. What's that person called? That's the author. Nice job. All right, let's get started. Do you remember what happened at the beginning of the book last time? Where did these animals live? Do you remember what that place was called? A swamp. Let's read about it. In the dark swamp, a new day dawned, like a sleepy eye opening slowly. A small wooden boat floated, nudged against someone. Remember, nudged is like it pushed up against it. And who else lived in the swamp? Do you remember? The mud was soft and sandy. A mother raccoon with her babies, came to dig and search for food. Do you remember what the raccoons do with the boat? Let's find out. Mother found a crunchy crawfish. Two of the young raccoons dug for crawfish near the boat. The third young raccoon was not hungry. What did he want to do? He wanted to climb. And where did he climb? Up the boat. That's right. The hungry raccoons quickly dug up all the mud around the boat. And what happened when there was no more mud around the boat? Did the boat stay there? Did it stay still? No. There was no sticky mud to hold onto the boat, so it began to what? Float away. That's right. Bruce, leave it. The raccoon in the boat looked up. A chill ran down his spine. He was drifting in the boat alone. He was on his own for the very first time. Afraid to jump into the dark water, he stared back at the mud bank. Who was back on the mud bank? Do you remember? His family. It looks like he felt scared that he was all alone. But the boat silently carried him downstream away from his family. The raccoon reached up to grab a sturdy, strong branch and climb out of the moving boat. But did he catch it? What happened? The branch was what? It was too high and he couldn't reach it. The boat glided under another branch. This branch was low enough to climb, but what was wrong with this branch? Do you remember? What was on it? A big, long snake was draped across the branch. So the young raccoon did what? He ducked down to get away from it. He crawled to the other end of the boat. Downstream, he saw shadowy shapes of plants and trees sticking up out of the water. The raccoon looked down into the dark stream and saw what? What did he see in the stream, in the water? Do you remember? What was looking back at him? Another raccoon. What was that? It was his reflection, and it kept him company as the boat moved along through the air so still, on water so smooth. That's right. As the boat passed through a bunch of water lilies, something huge made a great splash. Do you remember what it was? What made that big, great splash? Can you see it? Down here? It was a great big alligator that had been hiding under the lily pads. Oh no, how do you think the raccoon feels about that big alligator? Kind of nervous, huh? Oh, let's take a look. See his face? He's not so sure he wants to get into that alligator's way. Sweet, 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 came a sound from above. The raccoon looked up and saw 5 young, what was it? Do you remember? Do you remember what they were called? Warblers. What's a kind of bird? Sweet, 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 the birds called down. The raccoon, churr, he chirred back to me that little sound. Then what did the raccoon see? Do you remember? Can you see them? 3 tiny turtles swam up to the boat. The raccoon reached into the water to touch one of the turtle's shells, and all 3 scattered away. They all just went quickly in all different directions. I think the young raccoon scared them. A mother merganser paddled by, leading her 9 little ducklings. What was that? Do you remember? It's like a duck. What are the ducklings? Do you know what those are? Those are her babies. The raccoon watched the ducklings swimming close to their mother. How do you think that made him feel? Maybe a little bit lonely. But look, do you see what's coming behind the little raccoon? Do you see what's up in the branches over here? Who's following him? His family. I bet he won't be alone for long. Suddenly, the boat bumped into another mud bank and it stopped. The raccoon saw his family coming to meet him. How do you think the raccoon felt now that he saw his family? I bet he felt a lot better. He ran to meet his mother. And just like that, they were all together again downstream. And what do their faces look like now? Are they worried anymore? Is the young baby raccoon lonely anymore? No, they're all happy to be back together again. Oh, good. I'm so glad the young raccoon found his way back to his family. So tell me if you can remember, what animals does the raccoon see on his little journey downstream in the boat? Do you remember? He does see turtles. What other animals does he see? Do you remember? He saw some birds. He saw an alligator. He saw the merganser, right, with her little ducklings. That's right. So the title of this book is called Raccoon on His Own. But was he ever really all alone? No, because who was following him the whole time? That's right, his family. His family was there the whole time. Do you think that the raccoon learned anything from his little adventure? And what do you think he learned? I think he learned maybe a little bit about how to be brave, right? He learned about different animals, that there are different animals that live in the swamp and in the stream. And he learned about his reflection. He could see his reflection in the water, and he learned what that was too, didn't he? That's right. Okay, so now that we've read the story, let's see if you remember our amazing words. Are you ready? Okay. This one. Do you remember what this girl is doing? In Raccoon on His Own, in our story, the boat carries the raccoon. How? It carries it without making noise. What does that mean? What is that word that means without making noise? Silently. The stream carried the boat silently downstream. That's right. Okay, this word. This is to look at something for a long time. Do you remember this word? And Raccoon on his own, the raccoon does this when he's looking at his family. Stare. He stares back at the bank when he realizes his family is not with him. Okay, this word is what the turtles did when the raccoon stuck his paw in the water to try and touch one of the turtle's shells. It means to go away differently or quickly in different directions. Do you remember that word? Scatter. All right, next word. This is when something moves very smoothly. And Raccoon on his own, the boat moves very smoothly through the water under a branch. That word is glide. This word, I'm holding it, okay. This word is to feel a cold feeling. And Raccoon on his own, this feeling runs down the raccoon's spine. Do you remember it? Chill. The raccoon felt a chill run down his spine. All right, and the last word. This is something that is strong and solid. And Raccoon on his own, the raccoon tries to grab a branch that is like this. It's strong. That word is sturdy. He tried to grab a sturdy branch. All right, my friends. Well, nice job. That's all I have for today. And I hope you have a great weekend. Next week, we'll learn more about reflections and shadows and talk more about what they are like and what we can do with them. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will talk to you on Monday. All right? Bye.